Have you ever looked at your reflection and felt like you were staring at a stranger? Not because you changed overnight, but because somewhere along the road, you started losing yourself. You stopped laughing the way you used to. You stopped dreaming the way you once did. You stopped believing that you could be more than what the world told you to be. You didn't mean to lose yourself. It just happened little by little. You gave your time, your energy, your heart. You gave everything to be enough for everyone else. And in that process, you forgot what it feels like to be enough for yourself. There comes a point in life when you realize that the things you chased for so long, approval, success, validation, never really filled the emptiness inside. You did everything right, but it still didn't feel right. And that's when you start asking, what's wrong with me? But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. You just forgot who you are underneath all the noise. The person who once believed, once felt deeply, once dreamed without fear. That person is still there. They've just been waiting for you to slow down long enough to hear their voice again. We live in a world that tells us to keep moving, keep achieving, keep winning. But nobody tells us how to just be. To sit with ourselves, to breathe, to listen to the quiet. That's where healing begins, not in running faster, but in slowing down. Because healing isn't becoming someone new. It's remembering who you were before the world told you to change. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, once I get there, I'll be happy. Once I get the job. Once I get the relationship. Once I make more money. Once people finally see me, but every time you reach the finish line, happiness moves just a little further away. You keep running, thinking this time will be different. But it never is. Because the finish line was never outside of you. It was always within. There's a reason why even the most successful people sometimes feel lost. Because success means nothing if you have no peace inside. Fame means nothing if you don't like the person you see in the mirror. And love means nothing if you've never learned to love yourself first. Maybe life broke you, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you stronger, softer, truer. Maybe those nights you cried weren't signs of weakness, but proof that your heart still feels, still hopes, still fights for something real. You see, pain doesn't come to punish you. It comes to wake you up, to remind you that there's more to your story than survival. There's growth, there's depth, there's rebirth. There are moments in life that strip away everything you thought you were. Your identity, your plans, your sense of control. And in those moments, you face the hardest truth. You were never in control. You never had to be. The universe has a strange way of teaching us lessons. It takes away what we cling to so we can see what really matters. It breaks our hearts so we can learn how to open them wider. It empties our hands so we can finally receive what's meant for us. Every pain you've ever felt was preparing you for something deeper. Every disappointment was redirecting you towards something truer. Every ending was carving space for a new beginning, and maybe, right now, you're standing in that space, the in-between, not where you were, not yet where you're going. It feels uncertain. It feels heavy. It feels lonely. But that's where transformation begins. In the stillness. In the quiet. In the moments when no one claps, no one sees, no one understands. That's where you meet yourself again. The unfiltered, unpolished, raw you. The version that doesn't need to prove anything. The version that simply exists. And when you meet that person, your true self, something shifts. You stop chasing love because you realize you already are love. You stop begging for acceptance because you finally accept yourself. You stop fearing silence because you realize peace lives there. The world tells you to hustle harder, but your soul whispers, breathe. The world tells you to be perfect, but your heart says, be real. The world tells you to get everything, but your spirit says, let go. And one day, you finally listen. You stop fighting the current and start flowing with it. You stop forcing answers and start trusting timing. You stop running from pain and start learning from it. That's when everything changes. Because peace isn't found in control. It's found in surrender. It's not found in the noise of the crowd, but in the quiet whisper of your own truth. If you've ever felt like you were behind in life, you're not. You're just unfolding at your own pace. You're learning lessons others haven't yet faced. And maybe your timeline looks different because your purpose is different. The universe doesn't rush masterpieces. And you, my friend, are one of them. You've been shaped by storms, refined by pain, and strengthened by survival. You've fallen, yes, but you've also risen, again and again. There's beauty in every scar, if you let it tell its story. There's power in every tear, if you let it water your growth. And there's meaning in every loss, if you let it open your heart. At some point, you realize the people who left were never meant to stay. The things you lost were never meant to last. And the pain you felt was never meant to break you, only to wake you up. So maybe it's time. Time to forgive yourself for not knowing better. Time to thank the pain for what it taught you. Time to stop waiting for someone else to save you. And finally, become your own rescue. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one honest step toward yourself. One moment of truth. One moment of courage. One moment of choosing peace over perfection. Because healing doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly in the quiet decisions you make every day. In the boundaries you set. In the kindness you show yourself. In the moments you choose rest over guilt, truth over approval, growth over comfort. You are not behind. You are becoming. You are not lost. You are being guided. And you are not broken. You are just opening to life, to truth, to love. So take a deep breath. Look in the mirror. And instead of judging what you see, say thank you. Thank you for surviving the days that tried to break you. Thank you for still believing, even when hope was hard to find. Thank you for being here, still standing, still growing, still trying. This is your rebirth, not a new version of you, but the real one, the one that was always waiting underneath the noise. The one who knows that happiness isn't in the destination. It's in the direction. It's in every small step you take toward yourself. So from this moment on, walk gently with yourself. Forgive quickly, love deeply, and live honestly. Because you've already survived the hardest parts. Now it's time to live the truest ones. The peace you're searching for is already within you. You just have to listen. And when you do, you'll finally realize you were never lost. You were just finding your way home.